Welcome to Exam Neuro Ninja 10 Top Tips for Exam Preparation. It's Andrew from Action Your Potential. And from all of us, coaches at AYP, Action Your Potential, to all of you, thousands of GCSE and A-level students that we're supporting. You are amazing, and be in no doubt you can pass your GCSEs and A-levels. And here's some top tips, a quick guide to what you need to do in these last 4 weeks. Remember, our brain needs a plan every day. If you don't plan each day, our brain will do passive and easy. It tries to save energy, so you need a plan. Even if it's a day full of well-being, you need a plan, so make sure you build one. When you don't feel like doing things, do them anyway. The feelings of pleasure and productivity will follow, and you'll do more things. Don't enter that downward spiral, that feeling of not wanting to do something, stopping you doing something, meaning that you miss out and you start to feel worse and you step down the downward spiral. Instead, step up the upward spiral by doing those things anyway. So your final plan needs to include daily practice using study reps. Remember, they're 25 minutes long. More on those in a second. Decide on a sweet spot for you in terms of study reps per day, somewhere between 2 and 6, depending on whether you're an A-level or GCSE student. And plan your week around your study priorities. So in terms of thinking about your revision schedule and how you're going to organise things as you go through in preparation for the start of the exams, if you're a GCSE student, prioritise English and maths. We need to get those across the line so we don't have to retake them. Prioritise by effortful subjects. Remember, those are the ones you find most difficult or most difficult to remember because you're least interested in them. And then prioritise by the most important for your next steps. So if you're doing engineering next at BTEC, you might want to make sure you prioritise DT. If you're doing drama and art, you want to prioritise drama and art. Make sure that you're looking carefully at your priorities. And for A-level, prioritise around most effortful, the ones that you find most difficult, and the ones that are most important for your next steps. Don't forget the rep structure that we've talked to you about during Exam Neuro Ninjas. If you want to access the Exam Neuro Ninja workshops, they are all recorded. They're all on the Neuro Ninja Learning Hub. So a rep is 25 minutes long. If you're stuck and don't understand a topic in your revision, do a learning rep. If you are feeling that the information's a bit hazy, do a practice rep. If you know it well, do a testing rep. I'll just explain those in a second. A study rep is 25 minutes long. It's called a rep because it involves a repetition. You need to bring grit, attention, focus, attitude, and take responsibility for what you've covered when you're doing a rep. A rep is 25 minutes long with a 10-minute break. And in the 10-minute break, you need to be up and moving about. Do a chore, make yourself a cup of tea, move about. It's really good for your brain. So learning, practice, and testing rep build around the 3 steps in the learning process. Remember, as you're doing those learning, practice, and testing reps, you're building pathways. Once you've got a pathway, the information is much more rapidly responded to as you ask your brain to bring that information forward from long-term memory. So here are our top 10 revision tips. I've mentioned this one, plan. You'll find templates on the hub. Plan your day, your revision, including breaks, well-being, and plan in your study habit. Study capture. Your teachers are going back over the curriculum, both at A-level and GCSE, each day at the same time. Complete your study capture sheet. You'll find one of those on the hub as well. And remember to score each subject. Red, I really didn't understand that. Amber, it's a little bit hazy. Green, I really got that. Don't forget the power of flashcards. Make 5 flashcards each day. Read them. Read yesterday's. Repeat each day. There are some really good flashcard apps out there as well. Space out your practice. Use the Flashcard Box system. You'll find information about that on the hub too. Swap subjects every 30 minutes. Helps your brain to remember each time it sees that new information. Don't forget the power of mind maps. Make a mind map a week based around a particular topic. History, English Lit lend themselves enormously powerfully to mind maps. Give yourself an opportunity to quiz yourself or others. Use Quizlet. Get your parents to test you. Get your friends to test you. Remember, the final stage of learning is testing it. Effortful subjects, always do those first 10 minutes each day on the subjects and topics you find hardest at GCSE, at the very least as part of your study routines. Past papers, they're all out there on the web. Past papers, do the question, look at the mark scheme, fill in any blanks from your answer. Move about as much as you can when you're revising. After 25-30 minutes, get up and move about. And finally, and as importantly as all of that, you are a living creature. Your body, brain builds your mind. Make sure you do your 12 rocks each day. Those are the rocks. Make sure you build them in. And at the end of every intensive preparation day and exam day, don't forget to remind yourself that even though your brain is focused on the problem of your GCSEs and A-levels, remind yourself of one thing you're grateful for, one thing you learnt, one thing you achieved, one thing that delighted you, one positive emotion you experienced and why, and one new experience you had and what it was like. Remember, that's not just guff, it's strengthening circuits in the top of your prefrontal cortex, the same ones that access memory structures. Be in no doubt, you can do this. You're a neuro ninja. You can absolutely do this.